back in chapter 6, but experiencing it experiencing it in a different way. Let's see, shall we?
Secret lair.
Secret lair.
Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
I am interested to see what happens here. What time is it? So cute. I gotta draw these characters. I'm so excited to draw them. I feel like I need a good... I quite like this color background, actually. This coloring is very nice if you're gonna have the characters. Someone's knocking at the door. Let's go. I'm coming. Oh. Righto. What on earth is that? He's got a deerstalker hat. I really recognize the narrator, but it's not who I thought it was. Yeah, exactly. I think it really sounds like Mia for Resident Evil, but yeah. That ridiculous thing on your head? Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing. Yeah, see? See? That's who I thought it was too, but apparently it's not. But she's got a really good voice, actually, so I hope she does more stuff. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. The coast is clear. Yep, whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
If I were a Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Aha!
He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that isn't dusty? Sorry, anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. I think guys, it's the jam. It's the jam. Eureka! She's lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, right? Drat! It may already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah? The closet upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first. No dice. It's locked. Well, well, well. Look who stands to reason now. Actually, the shot of them right now is so good. I'm going to take a picture on my phone because I really want to draw them. We'll see how good we get. And I have no idea where the key is. If it really is important, she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought? I'm going to take this important thing and huck it at a bush. True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. It doesn't matter anyway. I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted and turned toward the kitchen.
It's there! It's gonna be there! Alright, Rene. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed with...
Before he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick Needs a sturdy head to sit on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it.
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them.
Do you really think it's here?
Eyes searched for anything amiss, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah, I don't really know what we were expecting. It has to be. Apparently it's not. Like, oh hey, let me just yank on this random teacup
As
and...
Beth pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click.
There's no
The
way.
entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Oh, there is scratches on the floor. Seems like your gran has been doing some remodeling. Hello, Odie. How you doing? Dude, only 2 types of people have secret layers. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do we think she is? We're about to find out. Is that the jam in the corner? I think it is. Look at this squad. Antlers, Red Ear, and Sherlock. Absolutely. That is their names, their true names. Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe? Oh, wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions. Oh, so sorry. Why am I yawning? Ugh, I need to get a fizzy drink or something. Come on. Oh, we're looking around.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long
Walter.
moment, he just stared at it.
That's his dad. Phew, it was a bit of a guess. We gonna get frozen again? Maybe. What you got there? It's my dad? Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as these are a lot like a cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of the preeminent scholar in dense documents. And cheeseburgers. By all means,
He
proceed.
stopped at a page and
I
miming,
love it.
holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Mrs. Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
See? Creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nuncreed's name. Wait,
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
there's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. It's like he came back to this report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something
Rollo
else.
scanned through several more pages.
Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast, and with his wife passing, Terence's condition follows close behind, exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own
Luca,
hands.
staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke
Jeez.
softly.
What does it say next?
Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What does he mean? Enough is enough. How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit.
Luca slammed the drawer shut.
Ow! Trapped my finger inside. What do we have here? Barrels marked caution, explosive. And jam jars? That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your gran making? Oh. She wouldn't have had me walking around town delivering bombs. Right? Only one way to find out.
Casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Huckleberries?
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar. And ink? What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Mrs. Fratelli. A grand jam gram? It says, last night I used the disguise Eris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Oh man, are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good. So more a bombshell than a bomb. Am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. Okay. We kind of figured that. Hell yeah. Look at me go. High score. Okay.
A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Oh, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? Because I'm starting to get a vibe. Yes, punch away. Can you imagine? We've just found all of these really secret, really serious things, and I'm just there like, yeah. What else does it say? What else does it say on the jam? Ow. I'm always first time tube mod. True. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town out of the kindness of her heart. She's put little symbols by someone? Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mums are both on here. Both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Eris has a question mark that's been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim. We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good. Okay.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool. This looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, really. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. He's got a point. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance to town, and if we follow
Rollo
it,
carefully traced the path with his finger.
it leads right
He
to...
jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square. That's the fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to hide treasure. You know, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of the path on that map has the same symbol as these explosives over here. So it's not hiding treasure. A real bummer. Righto, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival. Oh. Did you just say gulp? This feels like a gulp kind of situation. I actually tried to do a gulp noise. Didn't realise I had to read it. Apologies for that. Apologies. Everyone be gathered near the centre of town. She's gonna blow up the festival? Not if we stop her. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was what? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the front door. Which means someone's upstairs. Shh. Quiet. Hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence. A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step.
It's the guy at the store.
Thump,
Yoo-hoo! I'm not here to hurt anyone.
thump,
I'm just here to help. Just...
thump. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh. Guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Don't.
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flaming chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Righto. Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
I didn't know if I had it in me. There's only one way to find out. Holy crap, Righto, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Righto. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver! I knew it. I just couldn't
Chapter
remember his
7.
name.
The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver.
Oh my god. What are
Still
they doing?
unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house.
I'm about to waterboard a squirrel.
After some deliberation, it was decided.
Do I have something for this? Good cop, hard cop?
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation. Rollo brandished a steely gaze.
Let's see if that
After
works.
this, read about it 100 times. Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver.
Okay.
Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver!
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tulliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the
The
world?
chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who? Who's there?
Mr. Tulliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're sweating.
The doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or... well, let's just say I've never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance! What? I don't
Mr.
even...
Tulliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Some VA for me isn't relate to this woman. Impossible. I just think they have a similar voice. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. To make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran? Gran?
Mr. Tulliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival? Huh? Blow up the festival? Good
He
lord.
shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you've got it all wrong. His face. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? It's where
His voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tulliver passed out cold. Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Damn, really? I think you went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any further. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? It just got set up for the festival. Now, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library. If there's any information about this source thing, Cato can help us find it. Let's go get some answers. Nice. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Well, I do know why. It's because I'm not sleeping as long as I should do, but here we go. This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we worked hard on it. Aren't you a little too adorable to be a librarian? Oh, Kato hung out here so much, eventually they just gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Mrs. Novak sometimes. They got you working for free? It's quiet and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for you all? We need a favour. I already told you, Rollo. I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it personal code of conscience. Actually, sorry, conscience. Conscience? Conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing, we sort of don't know. What do you got on the history of the town? Is there county record archives? What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great. We'll start there. Choo.
Chapter 8.
Oh my goodness, we're flying through. Also, we're on page 69. Nice.
6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos.
So, like, if this hit, because I was like, well, maybe this isn't his gran. Like, he's never met her before, probably. But now I'm thinking that his dad and his mum, potentially, since she's gone missing, were already investigating the effect of whatever the Valentines put in the crops, whatever went wrong. And then she's come to, like, help finish it because his dad died and his mum has gone missing. Which makes more sense now. I don't think his nan is bad. His gran. I don't think... I mean, that would be, like, really weird, but maybe.
Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. Yeah, she was acting suspicious, but only because I think she's interested in investigating the plant and this new company. And I think the Valentine who lent her the suit is also, like, sus about what's going on, rather than them being involved. We have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of those asinine death records. Rolo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his
Rollo
ears.
shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you got a better idea, spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal, and it won't be boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
You're a county record. Really? That's the best you've got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like...
Beck slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
J. Hartford here. I'd love to see you try. J. Joseph? Hey! All a little tired here. Let's just take a minute and...
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name back? In the obit, J. Hartford. From the Brookville Tribune 8 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford. Oh. That's my grand's name. Juniper Hartford. Maybe there were 2 J. Hartfords? Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mum's name is Eleanor. Okay, this is getting creepy. If your gran is 6 feet under 3 towns over, then who am I living with? I said it might not be his gran.
The question hung in the air.
Alright, gang. I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something. Some random bitch.
Luca's heart was pounding as he approached the house.
Who's living with me?
If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet.
That would be
And
terrifying.
of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
I bet it's all back to normal.
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath.
Like,
Listen
fuck when I go
closely.
home. Sorry, Rolo. I live with you now.
She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
She has definitely gone down here. There's no way. Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a trace?
Or maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Couldn't possibly. Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
I'm afraid your jam delivery will be
He
delayed.
flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. Hehe. Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. Yeah, I am a bit worried that he's just had that jam without, like, any comment or anything. And they've already had some earlier, but... Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool. Gran gonna be gone, called it!
As Luca
Oh,
climbed
God.
the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened.
Oh no.
His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move.
Oh no!
His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
The jam. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? Did I write this game? I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was a horror game. Rest now and let me handle everything.
Chapter 9. A speech to end all speeches. Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
Yeah, exactly. Chapter 9. We're fucked. Chapter 9. I fucked
Shaking
up.
the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
I'm so excited to go back because we have the other threads that we haven't followed and we have some new words for that for when we're in the treehouse with Iggy. So the festival. Well, I seem sprightly now. Okay, just checking there's like nothing new. Okay, let's see what this door looks like. I'm intrigued. It's still open. Okay. If I didn't check the bushes, I'd be annoyed. Realistically, how much jam would Mr. Duncreed eat in one go? Was Grand's intention to kill or just knock him out for a bit? Well, yeah, so I had like a handful, didn't I? So this all looks the same down here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're right. A handful to an adult probably wouldn't do anything. Hey. Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators? Not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Whoa. Oh-ho. Are you Santa now? Sly devil. Sly. The picture for that is good. Ho ho. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? I looked around but haven't seen anything odd. Your gran is nowhere to be found. Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone's gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. Oh, wow.
Augustus
Everyone is
Valentine
here.
nervously wiped his brow.
Is this thing... hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and... I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Even that's more than the old codger
Gus
deserved.
cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine,
He
everyone!
gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it from Mayor. What a great turnout! Oh, heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. Inexorable? And I am dadgum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever. This guy's a baddie.
Mr. Kerr
He's
took
a
a moment
baddie.
to survey the crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. Woo! You see, change represents opportunity. Yeah, he's a classic baddie. Baddie, and not a bad bitch, you know? You know what I'm saying? It's a hyena. Yeah. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment, change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and
Mr.
foremost.
Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the Foul Harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are that horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
I would be so bored by now. We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. Uh-oh. What was
The
that?
crowd began to look around nervously.
Are we going to get frozen again? More coherent. Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all of my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. She is meowing weirdly, yeah. My door is shut. We've all planted a lot of good in this town, and so it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this
I think she's
was
playing.
a fitting way for things to end.
So we freeze again.
On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end. There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything!
I love that she's getting annoyed as well.
Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again.
Nah, come on.
No, I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Okay. I don't want to do the interrogation again. So we have done all of these. Okay, so this would change the outcome of... Do you get ice again? I blame Rolo. Me too. This would change the outcome of Iggy. And that's the one, this is the one I want to do. I think I'll do the earlier one first. And we'll see what happens. I am just quickly going to go and grab like a fizzy drink or something because I'm really struggling for some reason. I keep yawning. If you didn't make the dead dad joke, none of this would have happened. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Okay. I've got some iron blue. Iron blue. That'll get us through, I'm sure. Okay. This is not... this is not going to go well. The other option is weird or strange. This is going to be time to bust out the tickles.
Well,
These are the bullies,
time
if
to
you
bust
can't
out
remember.
the tickles.
Hey, Titch, want to see something cool? Yup. Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
What the Titch? Is she tickling me? Yup. Hey up. Hey up.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter.
Hey up, hey up, hey up.
Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us.
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. Mm-hmm. See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
No. No, now it's all back. Oh no. Whoa. What a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your
Beck
hair.
shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Oh no. Is it bad? It depends. So is it that it ages you? What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined? Oh god.
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her, but finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Okay. Can we go this way? No, we're gonna go back. Yeah, I love the trees as well. The drawing in this is so good. Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? Why did a kid with grey hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rolo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of
In
time.
a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rhoda and I weren't just playing in Weepwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse, but someone was there in a strange suit, and we hid in the dumpster and a heavy bag dropped on us, and I think it was a body, and so we ran, but we got split up, and I ran home, and it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just, wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Rhoda's gonna be okay. I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around, I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rolo shows up. Sound like a
Luca
plan?
wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. You really believe the story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. That's Rolo's big sister, Roxy. Wait at the treehouse in case Rolo shows up. Okay. You still looking at beetles?
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
Whoa. Don't sneak up on an old fella like that. Sorry. Who are you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh no. I was just checking because I thought I had it ring. But the damn thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rolo yet? Not yet. A long time for a boy to lose his way. Rolo knows these woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boy's antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rolo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank and he didn't get lost. Someone took him, I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Dang it, boy, if there's something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him. There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rolo, maybe he could help.
Yesterday, Rolo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rolo when he went missing? Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. Dumpster? What were you doing in there? At first we were just looking around, and then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. It was the last I saw of him. You got scared by some garbage? That's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. It wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
He's a baddie. He's gonna be a baddie. I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Oh my god. Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you Van Horns just can't just can't help yourselves, can you? We were all so close to being done with this. He is super creepy.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
What are you doing? He's out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Fuck. Shit.
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop.
Mom, I'm scared. I want to go home.
He felt a cold rush of air.
What did he mean about like
Opened
you
his
Van
eyes with
Horns as
hesitance.
well? So multiple Van Horns? So was he involved in other things?
Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom.
Oh
He
god.
knows too much. The end.
Oh no. Village's shadows has changed. Since Mia read it to Rose. Oh no.
Wait. No. This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen, but that happened in such an amazing way. Well, no, I didn't know Mr. Nuncreed was going to be bad, but I knew it wasn't going to make it all the way through.
Okay, let's try something else.
Okay, so Shane was the only option there. So now we're going to have Strange, which means that Iggy gets the green on him, which means that his face gets changed. Then we find him in the treehouse. Rolo is still missing. And instead of fighting, we're going to run away. Here we go. Flight.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had.
Look at me murdered, not in front of my salad. What?
He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
Mr. Nuncreed, you minx!
He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr, we'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks. See ya. Fine. We know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice.
This is cold as that.
In fact, it was ice.
Wonder if Gab linked the narrator to Mia too. It's uncanny. Yeah, it is very similar. We said that like 5 times now. It's starting to feel more and more like EastEnders. How dare you?
Chapter 5.
So it's cold this way then.
Signs.
Great movie.
They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
It's really, really cold. I feel really sorry for Iggy, but he looks so cute in that coat. That was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up at the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. What's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Find our way home. Luca! Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
It's that bozo Kerr. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
It seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mum sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, this is by the sign. I was gonna say, that seemed like where the house was, but there's no house there anymore. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. It's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get it over with. Yeah, this is the sign. What's all this? Hard to say with all the snow. I think it's a town sign. Wait. If they've fallen down, is this the old town? And the other town has literally been built above it as like almost a copy? I can almost make out letters under there. What town could this even be? Could be another town this deep into Weep Wood. Looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. Let's see what I can do. Shake it. Haha, snowballs. Yeah.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all the snow come from? Well, it has been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather, good song, and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought out before, it was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? I'm gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Can we get this way? No, we're gonna get this way. Did you say great song before I did? Does stuff look familiar to you? It looks like the barrel near the puddle I shut me into, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy. I didn't know it was gonna harm you in that way. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, you know, swim run?
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed. And everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry.
I feel so bad.
Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a bit. I love an uplifting cozy game. This is good vibes.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort.
It's a good story.
If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
The way the snow covered everything over. It's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps? I'm sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologising. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. Second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Jeez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into
Iggy
fights?
shrugged.
Something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Red are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Vandal with his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and she already likes you. You have
He
Tish.
wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that
Iggy
impression.
cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try and get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all of this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift.
I would take
shut.
1,000 bullets for Luca and Iggy. I'm kind of with you, I think. Luca? Yeah. I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What did you think? Not bad? I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
Oh, they're gonna die. When it comes to worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch.
Is adult Luca one on a hazmat suit, guys? This is more like his dreams, and the doppelganger's in a hazmat suit. But it's an interesting thought that it is kind of time loopy. Because they said about the Gran dying preceded by her daughter. That's 8 years previous. And, well, I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? The Snowy Beacon Pines is underneath the old town, I believe. I'm not sure though.
That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward.
What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them.
Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder.
What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son?
Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Who's this? Get your hands off me!
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're
Luca
doing?
looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. Yeah, super cute. Super cute. Sorry, I'm like so involved in like, who is this? Who's this person? What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep, minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. Sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me? You...
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarfy-necked... verbal? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great, how about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait! Do you live here? I'd say that. Also, I'm just going to point something out. The tone of Nat feels like it matches the narrator's voice. Maybe? Nat? Narrator? I mean, it's close. It's probably not that. Maybe she's in control. It's Tom Nook! So you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you. I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough of the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Oh! His fingers. Apologies. I think I referred to them as her. Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood? Or we teleported to some alternate universe? Or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons? But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original true Beacon Pines. We both grew up here. What? But the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair. But a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You'd need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed. To pull off such a feat would require immense labour power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call brain. There's a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Now that is true. That is true, isn't it? Our brain has the capacity to will away the small differences, keep things normal. So you're saying someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover.
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Why'd you say the source like that? Why indeed?
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they
He
could.
looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Iggy. It's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Weepwood. So who is this person though?
Chapter 6.
Who was this person like?
The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived.
Is there like a whole village of people
He'd given
living
Luca
there?
and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth.
Oh, is this... This is where the grave
He
is.
dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All this time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here, alone, in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favourite spot in the world. Our favourite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Shit! We're gonna hide. 259k. Fall of distance, still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? It's the grave of someone with a family. The people who love them will never know the truth. The truth is
He bent down
overrated.
to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey! Don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah. Come on. It's almost lunchtime. Weirdo. Here, I thought I was a jerk. These dinkuses are out here literally dancing on
Luca
graves.
stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. I'm not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some
Iggy
advice.
gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey! Who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover. Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you acting like a horse's ass? I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah. Kerr and his merry little band of clipboards pulled this off the switcheroo for a reason, right? Nat mentioned something about a
Luca wiped
source.
his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to perennial harvest. I thought it was you shutting the window. Okay, cool. I wondered what it was. I'm just going to close this door. Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this right, Dad, I promise. Let's do this. Locate the source. Well, I feel like we need to go. It can get awful cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Helps on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mum? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to
Iggy
you?
and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Yeah, you. Well, do I? Oh, shucks. Now that hurt my feelings. Screw that guy. Let's go.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. 2 faint seams were visible along the surface.
A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like that. Can't go that way. This way? To town? Wait a minute. This is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop. You guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No, we didn't.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop? I had to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Iggy is a Chad, for sure. Rolo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried him under that tree. When I came back from later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out, it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. Okay. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo, you're not a hero. You're a little brat who's in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotten children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, loser. Can you go up here? Oh, damn. Okay.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo! 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 Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. Why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. This is the source? Is it a dang hole? How do we smash a hole? Shit. Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr, where's Rolo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Safer than you two, at least. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
This definitely reads like a mum telling a bedtime story to her kid, and her kid doesn't like the ending, so she's got to come up with different storylines and endings. That's the end? No! Okay, let's go back to the start. It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source where they collect the unrefined.
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no, my role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras, ready for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not going to be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there is no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Scene change. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop! Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you. Regret's one of my specialties. Yeah, saccharine. What a word. I was literally reading that and thinking that. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw those in your precious hole? Nothing? Nothing at all? You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I am an exceptional liar. Bum, bum, bum. That's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool! Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. We can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What? Like this?
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Ooh. Wow.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca. Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle
Wait,
they both tumbled
wait.
over the side. Luca dove
No,
forward,
no.
bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child, what have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. How? What channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference. They're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. Only way you get out of this is if Kerr's out the picture. Just let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die. Seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. Iggy! Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Long life? I'll have you know, I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phyllis Young.
With a wild look in his
Phyllis
eye,
Young.
Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Broke dum dum. Wow, can you believe this guy?
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kerr, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luca, look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body
The music. I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy,
Luca
no!
felt his hand slipping.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's your only way out of this mess. 2 birds, 1 stone. It makes sense for us to pull together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
Calm settled over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once. Okay, well, obviously we can do... We can do both options. But which one do we want to do first? I don't want to accept... Yeah, so this is my gut is this, although I also like he wants to do the right thing, but I'm gonna this is the gut feeling.
Luca
But obviously
had
we'll
no
do the other one.
choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end. I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Yeah. Okay. So just to check, we have... so we haven't covered off this one. Which is about the interrogation. We'll continue with this for now. Okay. We have to drop Iggy. If we go this way, we have to drop Iggy.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good.
The 2 silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Oh, little fireworks. Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Oh my god. Curious. But of course. Those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend sacrificed to save this town. For a little while, anyway. How? Tempus liquamine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself. But doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side project of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy of it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold and the fireworks made the whole freeze over? That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Yes, we do. It would take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. If you know all of this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my
A
role?
fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn. You are going to save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking
This
him
story is
further away
amazing.
from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder.
No.
Revenge served cold.
No.
Second time's a charm?
No.
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's
I
go
agree.
back and find something more definitive.
Okay. So, this is not the ending. So it's got to be, yeah, so nothing happens to Iggy. And it's got to be this way. So it's the interrogation. So, good cop. Let's go chill cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I don't know if I'm going to get through all of this tonight. We might be another stream for this. I'll handle this, just got to play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times.
Flick, flick. Can you
Mr.
imagine
Tolliver shook
if
his
that,
head, gathering
just
his
quick.
wits.
that would be such a terrible ending. Like, like Iggy is like a 10 to 11-year-old kid. It would just be so bad. So bad. Also, I think it was giving you a clue, just quickly. I think it was telling you to go back. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just saying charm. Yeah, anyway. Fine. We're here. Got it. I sure got my bell
He
rung.
looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This is all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rolo just got a little startled. Rolo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my gran up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your gram new to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just... all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town. An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient
Luca
notes.
gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an
Luca
explanation.
looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
It's a good lad. This will make sense in
He
time.
edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that must be brought to
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
light. Son of
Beck
a...
darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there. And let the adults handle
They
this.
looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board.
Okay, so Sly? Sly cop?
They'd run the classic good cop,
So this is Beck.
sly cop interrogation. Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a
Come
few
on, Beck.
crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What's going on here? You're that mood wheel girl. Please, call me back. Sorry about all
Mr.
this.
Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup? But she sent a child. What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So, it turns out we're both here
Beck
to...
twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
destroy the
Beck
evidence.
shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, the old girl is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her though. If anyone were to find out that we were going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
You sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There is one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing really. The other day, I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. Wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in a perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we had a password and nowhere to put it? It's got to mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave.
Go on, Beck.
With a
Yeah.
shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf? All he ever sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rolo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it
Beck
seems.
marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21, N would be 14, D would be... Ooh, it's an anagram. Nun Creed's
Luca
drugstore.
and Beck looked at Rolo with amazement.
Rolo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's nude rug store. Yeah, you were right the first time. Rolo isn't just a hat rack. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. Let's go. Okay, I just wanted to see if I can go. Did I hear coughing, by the way? Is everything okay? Everybody alright? Okay. You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man would be late to his own funeral. Oh, hang on. Just gotta look, just wanna look cool for a second. Nice. It's all about the lean. Alright, let's go. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. I was caught up with work. Finishing up soon. I'm thinking this might be the end. Work? You? Had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what do you have to report? What is this insipid town festival really about? I think
Gus looked around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harbor's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town? He's gone, Iris. And he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That is just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damn backyard. They're dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When this all goes inevitably wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Iris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of that future? Or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always just be a Gus. Good night, Iris. We'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. It's getting late, children. She's still reading. Knowledge, he spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. I do hate when the villain makes a good point.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Then where'd you get the candy from? You might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life, though we might not always have a family to rely on. Licorice has never let me down. I like licorice. Well, I can't say licorice should be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. I always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold hard cash. Well, he's right. It's locked. There's got to be more clues. Okay, let's see. Have you seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nuncreed, no.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
We know this goes down. That is not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Kren's Nude Rug Store? I mean, Underground Secrets. The password.
Opened the door and they all squeezed in.
Alright, let's see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Probably about the same amount of time, I reckon. Underground Secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great, now what? I guess we...
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground. The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
Chlorine. I knew it. You knew there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the transdimensional conduits from Hank Atomic Issue 12 were real? Right, at one point or another, you said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. So I'm such a good predictor. Looks like each of these has something written on them. Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not what I know of. This town's all farms and fertilizer, and a series of tubes. Pat always says you can only trust a miner up to a point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pat, you don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Perennial Harvest main office. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff? Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you got almost snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. This suit has a broken mask. So, have we found our mystery warehouse creeper? We've at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like an Nuncreed and talks like a Nuncreed. Let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
His hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Rolo, what did you do? Nothing! I didn't even mow yet. What was that? Hide! Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Shit. 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 Awesome! You all need to come with me, now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password. They love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now, I like my skin. This all stops now, Nuncreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back before
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
all of this. Bite him! That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We're a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped patients and I helped him. Your total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us. Says he's got an opportunity. He'd found something he didn't quite understand. He was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. The thing I could never get him to understand was, it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous, almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he's still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sub-story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
What? You really don't know. My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's gonna disrupt the festival? Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently, she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground lair we've busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in town square. The fountain? But why
A
would...
jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She knows about the source. What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's gonna freeze us all. his ears. You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. That did not go how I expected. So we're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. Zoop. You good? Yeah. I love this town.
Chapter 8.